Okay, very good. All right. So you saw the exact format. You've seen some of the questions, and every day we will practice the speaking together. Okay, so every day we will do a little demonstration of the three parts of the speaking exam. We will do this together, and then I will put you in the room so that you can practice together. Okay, so very, very important. This must be automatic, automatic. All right. The first thing we do is have a discussion. The second thing we do is see some photographs. And the third thing we do is do a role play, the role play. So it's our little conversation. Okay. So always the same format. There's nothing else, nothing else. And it would be maximum 8 minutes. At maximum 8 minutes. And what we do is when we do the role play, we record it in an audio file and we send the audio file to England, and then Pearson send us the result. So I don't actually see that myself. Okay, so let's continue now. That must be very clear. Every class, it's important that you understand one particular aspect of the exam. All right. So the first thing we understand, we've got 4 different parts: the listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So there's 4 parts. Remember, the first one is the listening, then the reading, then then the writing, and then the speaking. And within the speaking, we have 3 parts: 10, 11, 12. The first one is a discussion. The second one is pictures or photos. And the third one is a role play. And the maximum you have is 2 minutes for each section. Right, so we know this. That's very good. That's excellent. Okay, so now let's look at some other parts of the exam, please. We'll go back here to our presentation. Why don't we try a listening exercise? So let's see how we do a listening exercise. There was a speaking part, 2 photographs. And here's a listening exercise. Can you read the questions? Can you see the questions?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the same as part 1 of our Pearson exam. This listening actually comes from a different exam, but don't worry. And it says, you will hear some short conversations. You will hear each conversation twice. Choose the correct answer to complete each conversation. So this is important. When you're listening to the conversation, you must listen to the instructions first. Okay? So we have 6 questions. In the Pearson, we have 10. But today, just so that we can see, we have 6 questions. What's the first thing you should do when you do the listening exam? What's the first thing?
To read the answers.
Read the answers. Absolutely. Read the questions, read the answers. Okay. What are you listening for? What do you need to do? Listen, choose the correct answer to complete each conversation. Okay. That's not so good. Choose the, that should be like that. No, I can't see it. Not so good. Okay. So choose the correct answer to complete each conversation. Let's try it.
Language Cert International English for speakers of other languages, expert level C1.
Can you hear? Good. So I will just leave it. Listen twice and choose A, B, or C. Okay?
Practice Paper 2. Listening, Part 1. You will hear some short conversations. You will hear each conversation twice. Choose the correct answer to complete each conversation.
Number 1. Number 1.
I've been waiting for over half an hour.
I'll just be a few more minutes.
You could have called to tell me you'd be late.
You are right. Oh,
Okay. So that's number 1. But you get to listen twice, okay? Don't worry. So listen to all of them and then tell me the right answers, okay?
I've been waiting for over half an hour.
I'll just be a few more minutes.
You could have called to tell me you'd be late.
Number 2. Number 2.
I'm worried I might lose my job.
How come?
My boss is furious because I make all these personal calls from work. I'm worried I might lose my job.
How come?
My boss is furious because I make all these personal calls from work.
Number 3. Number 3.
You're not just going to give up, are you?
But I've tried everything already.
Everything? Are you sure? You're not just going to give up, are you?
But I've tried everything already.
Everything? Are you sure?
Number 4. Number 4.
What a beautiful necklace.
It's a gift for my wife's birthday.
Wow! How much did it cost? What a beautiful necklace.
It's a gift for my wife's birthday.
Wow! How much did it cost?
Number 5. Number 5.
And here's my lovely wife. You two haven't met before, have you?
No, I'm afraid we haven't.
Well, this is my boss, Tom Bailey. And here's my lovely wife. You two haven't met before, have you?
No, I'm afraid we haven't.
Well, this is my boss, Tom Bailey.
Number 6. Number 6.
So, what do you want to do tonight?
Can't we just stay home? I'm really tired.
Again? Let's do something fun for a change. So, what do you want to do tonight?
Can't we just stay home? I'm really tired.
Again? Let's do something fun for a change.
That is the end of part 1.
Okay, so the answers are number 1. Number 1, you can write your answer in the chat box. Number 1.
Sí.
Okay. Write your answer in the chat box. Don't tell me. A, B, or C. C, 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 A, 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 and everybody said C. That the correct answer is C, because he said, I've been waiting. And she said, yeah, wait a bit more. And he said, why didn't you tell me, which is in the past? In the past. Why didn't you tell me? In the past. Therefore, it's C, I should have. Not I could, which would be in the present, but should have, which is in the past. So that's right. It's C. It's C. Number 2. Number 2. What's your answer then to number 2? A, B, C, B, 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 B. Cut to the chase. That's a funny thing to say. Cut it thin. C, that's a funny thing to say. A, says Miguel Angel. Yeah, number 2 is A. You better cut it out, because the woman said, I've been making a lot of personal telephone calls at work and the boss is very angry. And her friend says, well, you better cut it out. You better cut it out. You better stop. Yeah, you better stop. What does cut to the chase mean? It's a very difficult expression, to cut to the chase. Okay. In Spanish, ir al grano. Okay. Al grano, cut to the chase. Doesn't have much sense. Not much sense in this sense. Okay. And cutting it thin means quickly, quickly, quickly. Do it quickly. Cutting it thin, quickly. Okay. So yeah, you better cut it out. Cut it out. Stop. All right, then. Number 3 then. What was that then? A, B, or C? Everybody said C. B, said Lydia. B, says Pilar. B, says Pilar and Natalia. So it was B. Okay, yeah, it was B. So not bad. Good. Number 4. Number 4. Number 4. Number 4. A or C, A or C, A or C. And the correct answer is A. We said, oh, what a beautiful necklace. There we go. Look at this beautiful necklace I have. You see, it's very beautiful. I bought it for my wife. Oh, it's lovely. How much did it cost? I said, don't ask. Shh, don't ask. It's too expensive. All right. So number 4 is A. Number 5 then. Number 5. B, 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 B. Oh, lots of B. C, B. Okay, and the answer to number 5 is B. This is my wonderful wife, and this is my boss. So my wife would say to my boss, how do you do? How do you do? Not what do you do? Because you know he's my boss. How do you do, Mr. Bailey? Wonderful. Okay. Where are you, Mr. Bailey? No. Okay. And number 6 then. Number 6. A C, A, C, C. Yeah, yeah. It could be A or C. It's actually C. Good. So, yeah. So come on, let's do something. Oh, I don't want to do anything. Oh, you're so boring. Come on. Come on. Make an effort. It's, I'm not in the mood. Okay. The man's, I'm not in the mood. Oh, I'm too tired or whatever. I'm not in the mood. So it's C. Yeah. If it were the woman speaking, yes, it would be A. I can't change your mind. Okay. So that was a C1 listening. So if you want to do C1, you need to be looking at getting 4 points, 4 out of 6 for that. If your level you think is more B2, if you got 3, that would be okay. But for C1, you would need to get 4 points on that activity. Okay, let's go on now and we got the listening. What exercises come after the listening, please? The speaking, the listening, and then what comes?
Reading.
Reading. Excellent. Okay, now the golden rule when you're doing reading, there's 2 very important things. 2 very important things about reading. What are they? Number 1, when you see the reading text, what's the first thing to do?
Underline the main ideas. I don't know.
No. What's the most important thing to do?
To read the overall text.
No. What's the most important thing to do?
To read the answers.
The questions. Absolutely. Number 1, read the questions. First, read the questions. And second, read the text. Very quickly, very quickly, very quickly. Okay? So first, read the questions. Don't read the text. Read the questions. Yep. Okay. What's the next thing to do when you've got a text? We'll look at that afterwards, okay? The first thing to do now is to read the questions and then read the text and then answer the questions. So questions, text, answers. Questions, text, answers. So do that. Normally with this one, 5 questions. I think we'd have 5 minutes. So I'm going to give you exactly 5 minutes to do this. Okay. So we'll start now. 5 minutes. Okay, thank you. So there we go. What do you think then? Number one, true or false? True or false? Number one.
False.
False.
True.
You.
True. Yeah,
I think true, yeah.
true. Because anyone not on the beach would most definitely be there in the park. Okay? Right. So people would spend the warm afternoons in the park. Absolutely. People were waiting to see their favorite TV show. True or false?
False.
False.
False. They were waiting for something great to happen. Good. The event has been broadcast many times since then. True or false?
True. True.
True. Over and over again. Yeah. But we know this actually anyway. So we'll look at that afterwards. The atmosphere was light and festive.
False.
False.
The false, the atmosphere that something great was about to take place. Okay, so false. It wasn't light and festive, no. And people on the people on TV acted strangely. True or false?
True.
True.
True, because they were walking in a very peculiar way. There we go. 5. So quite easy. Yep, quite easy. Good. Okay. Yeah. Now, the first thing, obviously, if you want C1, you need to get 5. And if you wanted B2, you need to get 3 of those. Okay. Okay, so that's very important. Now, the second thing, when you have a lot of when you have a reading activity, one of the important things that you can do is you take some notes. Okay, you can take some notes, and you can use maybe some good vocabulary. Okay, some good vocabulary which you can then use in your writing. All right, so just look at these things. Here we go. Near my house. That's good. That's a great, absolute fantastic expression. Near my house, not near to my house, near my house. Right, sounds better. But anyway, look at these words. Anyone. Okay, something. something, everyone, happen, right? Too young, okay? Probably wouldn't remember. Okay, we're looking at the position of the adverb, probably. Not probably, I wouldn't remember, but I probably wouldn't remember. Okay, again, everyone, look, sat quietly. So what we're saying, I will tell you this in Spanish. When we are doing the reading, when we're sure that we've got our answers, you can use some time to just make a note of some good words which you think you can use when you have to do the writing afterwards, right? So you don't write all people. No, all people in my city speak Spanish. Well, no, it's not all people. It's everyone in my city speaks Spanish, right? So it's always a good idea to use what we can see in the reading to remember good words which we can use for the future. There we go. There's a lovely one. The sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. Okay. Maybe. Maybe. Again, that's another thing. Okay. So good expressions, good words which we can use because you have a long time. You have about 30, 40 minutes to do the reading exercises. And that's a long time. All right. So we're going to finish now by looking at reading. This is a writing task, of course, not reading, a writing task. Okay. It's a typical writing card. Read it, please. Okay, so you've read this, and these are some of the possibilities, right? Now, today we're not going to do the writing. We're not going to do the writing, but just so you've got an idea of the kind of writing which you could do, okay? So what I want you to do now is to go onto the platform. Go onto the platform. I'm going to close this now. So go onto the platform this weekend and do one writing exercise, please. One writing exercise, anyone. It doesn't matter if it's unit 1 or unit 2 or unit 10. You can choose in any order you like, okay? And you do the writing on the platform and you press send. You use a minimum 15 minutes. Minimum 15 minutes. So don't write it on a different document and then copy. Do it on the platform, please. If you have any problems, you let me know. And then next week, all next week, I want you to look at the book, which I sent you with the audio, and to do one practice test, please. A complete practice test. So that you get an idea of the exact format and the order. Okay, obviously you can't do the speaking, but you can do the listening, the reading, and the writing. Okay. Okay, any questions, please?
Me,
Yes.
Joshua, I have a doubt. So we have to do one writing and the other material that you sent to us, the book, the student's books.
That's it, the
Okay.
student book. And then you can check yourself with the teacher's book. Okay?
Vale. Okay, okay, perfect. Perfect.
Lovely. Okay, so today we won't go any further. We'll stop now. Good work, everybody. Okay, well done. High five there, high 10, everybody good. And then I will see you then in 2 weeks' time. So not next week, I'm sorry, it's a holiday. See you the following week, and then we will continue. But a bit longer, not just 2.5, 3 hours, okay? So we're going to really get into it, all right?
Joshua,
Yes.
I have a doubt. Where we write the essay?
On the platform.
Where exactly?
If you look on the left, you will see the
Mhm.
writing exercises. You click and a window will open on the platform.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Lovely.
And excuse me, Joshua, again. And about the practice test, should we send it to you as well, or?
No, just tell me how many points you got.
All right. Okay.
Okay, because you can correct it yourselves.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. All right, then. See you soon. Have a good weekend.
You too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye now. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.